Among the vast and talented cast, Tom Conti's portrayal of Albert Einstein in Oppenheimer stands out as a crucial and understated performance. Conti has previously collaborated with director Nolan in The Dark Knight Rises, where he played the character who aided Bruce Wayne's recovery in the pit, showing his versatility in both superhero and historical films. As Oppenheimer explores the life of J. Robert Oppenheimer and the development of the Manhattan Project, Albert Einstein's character raises intriguing questions about the real-life scientist's involvement with Oppenheimer. The film leaves some of these questions unanswered, such as the nature of their close relationship and Einstein's significant presence in the story despite not being directly involved in the Manhattan Project. Although Einstein's screen time may appear limited in comparison to the 3-hour runtime of Oppenheimer, he remains one of the most essential characters. Interestingly, a conversation between Oppenheimer and Einstein, which is only revealed in the final scene, serves as a catalyst for much of the film's events. Oppenheimer often sought Einstein's counsel, and their dynamic is evident in the advice the German physicist provides in the movie. Louis Strauss, played by Robert Downey Jr., feels humiliated when Einstein seemingly disregards him, believing it stems from what Oppenheimer discussed with Einstein during their conversation at the lake. This showcases the impact of their interactions on the characters and adds to depth to the complex relationships depicted in the film. This further fuels Strauss's animosity towards Oppenheimer and ultimately leads to Oppenheimer's hearing. As the movie progresses, Oppenheimer seeks Einstein's advice once again when he becomes troubled by the possibility that the atomic bomb could set fire to the atmosphere and lead to the world's destruction. Handing Einstein a piece of paper explaining the scientific theory, Oppenheimer receives a decisive response from the German physicist who urges him to stop working on the bomb and even suggests informing the Nazis to prevent a grave mistake. Although the theory proves to be incorrect, it highlights Einstein's unwavering resolve to make tough choices compared to Oppenheimer's ongoing conflicts. Einstein's significance in Oppenheimer's story becomes evident in the final sequence, where a private conversation between the two summarizes the film's message effectively. The father of the atomic bomb is warned by Einstein that he may come to misinterpret the consequences of his creation, just as Einstein himself did with quantum physics. This realization leads to Oppenheimer to understand the gravity of his actions, and he has inadvertently initiated an arms race with multiple countries vying to produce the most dangerous nuclear weapons, a concern he had since the inception of the bomb. This profound exchange encapsulates the themes of the movie and the profound impact of these scientific discoveries on the world. Christopher Nolan has always been known for his fascination with playing with the concept of time in his films, and Oppenheimer continues this trend. In the movie, Einstein serves as more of a mature version of J. Robert Oppenheimer. Interestingly, the German physicist's predictions about the future and the consequences of the atomic bomb align with what has already transpired for Einstein. While Oppenheimer's actions launched a chain reaction in the arms race, it was Einstein's groundbreaking theory of relativity that is ultimately credited with initiating the chain reaction that led to the development of the atomic bomb. Both the theory of relativity and quantum mechanics played crucial roles in the existence of the bomb. In real life, Albert Einstein was not directly involved in the Manhattan Project or the development of the atomic bomb. This was not due to lack of interest, but rather because the U.S. did not grant him permission to participate, likely due to his ties to Germany and his political views. Ironically, despite Einstein's desire to see the device destroyed, the U.S. government saw him as a potential security concern, which kept him from directly contributing to the project. In 1939, the physicist wrote a letter to President Roosevelt urging the U.S. government to explore nuclear weaponry. However, despite this initial stance, Einstein was fundamentally opposed to war and believed it to be unjustifiable. He became such a staunch advocate against nuclear weapons and warfare, witnessing the devastating consequences of Oppenheimer's work in Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Einstein spent much of his life advocating against the use of atomic bomb. Likewise, J. Robert Oppenheimer, having been deeply involved in the development of the atomic bomb, spent the majority of his days after World War II advocating against the research and proliferation of the hydrogen bomb.